What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Thor Media podcast. I'm your host, Sock from Detailing Made Simple, and today I have something special for you all. So we are continuing our tier list series, and pretty much I will be doing a breakdown on, no pun intended, Josh V's Quivr brake, and this is his wheel and tire cleaner. And I've used this about 8 to 9 times already on 8 different vehicles, and this will be the 9th vehicle that I'm using this on. It's my personal vehicle, and I've used them both in the recommended dilutions, which was the 101 for heavy dirt and grime, and the 1 and 4 for the light type of dirt and grime. But to me, I found that really works the best, which is a bang for all wheels and tires that I really use for on all customers' vehicles, is in a 1-to-3 dilution ratio, and that is odd. So I put it inside here in a 16-ounce sprayer, and I will show you in both different scenarios, one inside the IK sprayer that I have with foamer, and then one on this one. So once I'm done spraying this, I'll just swap it over and show you how it works on the foamer so you can see the reaction on the cleaning capabilities it has. I haven't washed my vehicle in about 3.5 weeks, and we will see how the wheels react, because you all know I do have Labo Cosmetica's HPC 2.0 on the wheels besides the rear wheel, which got hit and got replaced. So that is what we are going to do today. And let me bring you all in so you can see my wheels and tires are really dirty. And I'm gonna keep things short, sweet, and concise, so this way you can all, see what we're going with. So here is Quivr brake in a 1-to-3. The wheels are cool to the touch. That is very important. This is a high alkaline cleaner, and we are going to spray this in here. Oops. So 1-to-3 is really the best, for me in general. 1-to-3, or you can even do it in a 1 or 2. You don't have to go to the 1-to-1 dilution. For me, I'd put in a 1 or 3 because I found this really the best bang for your buck for this type of stuff. So this is how I'm leaving it. I do have a coating on, and I will show you that it is browning just a tad bit, right? And you will all see once I put it inside the foamer, which right here, it is empty. You can see nothing in there. Put this to the side. That, to me, I personally prefer most wheel and tire cleaners on a foamer, and you will see why. But yes, it does clean, it does brown up. As you can see, I am scrubbing the wheel and tire. The only thing that I can suggest is probably a little bit more foaming action, and that is the one downside that I express with this. Now, in terms of the wheels, I am not going to agitate the wheels, but as you can see, the browning just dripping right there, all that browning that's coming off, and just gonna rinse this off. So as you see, the coating didn't take a hit whatsoever. It did not take a hit whatsoever. It is still beating, and the wheel is really, really clean. Let me grab a towel. I'm just going to wipe one side of it. Here it is, clean towel. I'm gonna wipe just the face of the rim. And I'm gonna do this on 4 different spokes on the face of the rim. And as you can see, practically just 90% clean. And you don't have to go heavy, as I said, in a 1-to-1. I think the 1-to-3 is really the best, and that's because some of it, I hit the edge right there by the tire. But in terms of the rim, it is 90% clean. So that is a fantastic job for Josh V's wheel and tire cleaner. Now what I'm going to do is, so all of you can see right here, is I am going to grab this, and let me just put this over here, open this up, and I am going to pour, what I'm going to do is pour my the rest of that right up in there, just as such. Pour that right inside my foamer. And I do got a little air compressor right over here. And I'm gonna move you all to the rear wheel while I put this right here so you all know I am not doing anything fishy. I got the little portable air inflator. And let me bring my bucket with Franco's stick shift here, which is so awesome to have. Just ride it over. Got my little tire inflator. I gotta charge this thing up. I just saw the battery on it. And going to tighten this up. Just as such. Come up over here. Screw this on. And just tighten as much, fill this up with as much air as possible. Just my little air chuck part broken. So that's it. So pretty much like 47 PSI, 45, that's it. 40 PSI is just fine on the foamer. Let me just unscrew this cleaner. So yes, the wheel is dirty. As you can see, I just rubbed my finger right across it. And I'm gonna foam this on. So on 1 to 3, it foams on very nice, as you see. And just up, let me get down here, bam. And just let it dwell.
All right, so
fast forward a bit of the clip. As you can see, it is pulling the dirt, grime, and browning off. From there, you just see it dripping, and yes. Now, in terms of the browning, it is hard to see because the foam comes out a bit pink or reddish, as you see here. But as it starts dissipating and going away, you start seeing all the browning that it is actually pulling off. And one thing I did forget to mention is the smell. The smell does smell a bit kind of like Adam's wheel and tire cleaner per se, but as you can see, it is breaking down and bringing down all that grime. And I am just going to agitate just the tire itself. As you can see, the minute I'm agitating the tire itself, see all that browning. Look at that. So all the browning just came off straight from the tire itself. And let me bring you down here, look at all that. So that is what's getting pulled off. So for agitation purposes, not gonna give you that bang, wow in your face. Again, my tires aren't really super neglected anyways. But in terms of the browning and the dirt and grime, it takes a bit of it to agitate or to activate. And that is what you get. Look at that, all on the bottom. So I think he did a great job so far. I think there's a couple of things after many times of testing that can be improved, probably just the browning or the showing of the browning. But that is just a visual cue, right? In terms of actual cleaning, look, my wheels are coated. I just blasted a little bit of this off and it's clean. My rims are clean. And there it is. My C6 diamond coating didn't take a hit either. So that is it. That wraps up this video. So let me put you on so you can see. Let me back this up. Put this all the way right. All right, everyone. So hopefully you all enjoyed the video. And what do I think about Quivr's brake? And overall, it does a fantastic job. Now, for the cost, if you get just a 32-ounce bottle, it is concentrated. You are spending $30 for 32 ounces, so it's roughly close to like 70 cents per ounce or 75 cents. You're pretty much close to $1 per ounce, right? And if you buy the gallon, it is $70 for the gallon. Now, what are the pros and cons that I really do like about Quivr? One is it doesn't have that strong kickback smell like other wheel and tire cleaners out there, but also it does clean fairly well, really well actually, in terms of across all boards. With agitation, without agitation, it removes 90% of that dirt, grit, and grime off. Now, mind you, my wheels are coated, but I have used this as well on uncoated wheels, and it does still do a fantastic job at that. One thing I do wish that they improved on, which if you want that effect, you're going to have to use it in a 1:2 dilution or 1:1 dilution to get that crazy browning effect that you're going to see on the wheels and tires. And the stronger dilution, the redder the foam is, the pinker the foam. My preferred method is using it in a foamer because you get a little bit more dwell time. And then of course you get that lubrication once you want to do that agitation. And yeah, I mean, that is practically it. And that's pretty much on how I like to use most of my wheels and tire cleaner. Same thing with Maniac Wheel and Tire Cleaner. You all know, to me, that is a fantastic wheel and tire cleaner. And I will be putting that on the tier list as well, because to me, that is a strong, amazing wheel and tire cleaner as well. And that is something that I'm going to do a video on as well. So where would I put Quivr's brake? Josh V is coming out with some very good products, and brake is one of them. I have to put it up there in just the A tier. I'll put it A tier for now, just because I could use this in a 1:2 dilution if I want that browning effect. But in terms of like cleaning itself in a 1:3 dilution of cleaning the dirt, grit, and grime, seeing that dirt, grit, and grime get released in a 1:3, it is a huge bang for your buck, especially if you're using it in a 1:3 per gallon. If you're just gonna have it, if you buy a gallon and it is 1:3 dilution ratio, you're pretty much paying $25 a gallon for this. So the cost basis is there based on the performance. So I give it an A tier. And yeah, I mean, that is what I got. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you all want to buy anything from Thor, use code DMS at checkout for 10% off. It saves you money and supports me. That's pretty much it. Nothing else. If you enjoy the results, try it out. And then from there, stay tuned for the next product tier list video. See you all on the next one. Peace.